Kia ora koutou katoa, everyone. Welcome, everyone. That's what I was meant to say, not everyone, because that's what that means, and that's in Te Reo Māori. And this is Lesley Ormsby, and I'm in New Zealand, and this is I'm doing the take two, part two, sorry, part two of our multidimensional introduction series today. And we're just going to move into, like, as you had seen in the part one video, we talked a little bit with Wraith, IshnaKamal and Anuk, and so we're going to have a little chat with IshnaKamal and see what she has to say and share with you. Okay, so just a little bit of a story with that. I was going through a whole lot of emotional stuff. So this is for yous that have not seen the first video. I was going through a little bit of emotional stuff and mental emotional stuff, and just some things happening around, not so much just for me, but a lot of a few people and a lot of other people around me were up and down with things. So, and as like you like me, and many of us out there, we're empaths, so we feel things, we sense things, and when it's family members, it's kind of a little bit closer to home. So it's a little bit tricky to fully put everything aside. And then there's also some processing times there for ourselves, because it brings up stuff. So this is how IshnaKamal had, when she came to me, and like I say, she came to me, but she also has that masculine energy, as you can see in her picture, that I got out as best I could with my artistic skills. And anyway, she's come through to help me through some things. So Adam's got a few questions there that we're going to ask that will actually help cover what I've just briefly spoken about there now. Okay, I'm just gonna take a few deep breaths and let her come a bit closer to me.
IshnaKamal, thank you for being with us today. What is your purpose?
My purpose is to help with calm, peace, harmony and joy when one is not seeing as clearly as they could be through emotional turmoil. When going through emotional turmoil, sometimes the mind, body, spirit, soul can take a bit of a battering, in the sense that one is not knowing how to cope, and one cannot see clearly how one can help others in their time of need, but also in your own. And as Lesley has earlier communicated, she was going through a time where there was many ups and downs, you could say. So my role there, because of the skill and the knowledge that she has, for her my purpose was to create a space and energy in her area of expertise, in herself, personally as well, so she could better observe from a place of peace, calm, harmony and joy, and love as well. Now, normally love is put in that one, but calm has come through too. So my purpose was to introduce that side of her through me, coming through to help her in that time. So with doing that, she was able to clearly see, hear, feel, know, and touch, smell, and or taste, the messages that were coming through, so she could best help herself and therefore be able to help others in their time of need. So when we're in that place, or when you're in that place, you're able to better help others see what they need to be doing for themselves as well. So when we are helping you, it is good to be in a place where you are able to receive. When we're close to you, your vibration needs to be in a place where you are able to receive. So I know I've kind of gone a little bit further than what the question has asked, but I feel like I need to give the whole perspective, or the whole range, so to bring it together. So when you are in a place of calm, you are able to help yourself become more, and you're able to hear and feel and know the skills that you have and learn along the way more skills to share with others. And by staying in that calm, peace place, you are able to heal yourself as well, and begin to have another tool to use, to help you help others. With peace, love, calm, harmony, and joy within you. And I saw Lesley do that. She was very confused and as to how she was to be able to stay so calm. But that's what I help with, to create that balance in the energy so you can better see. But you must be able to understand that for it to help you fully, to allow yourself to go there, to not ask too many questions about what's going on. Yes, questions are good. We can't answer all, because there are some for you to answer. Answer for yourselves. Find answers for yourself. Thank you.
I'll ask the question, actually.
Okay.
IshnaKamal, of IshnaKamal. You talk about peace, love, harmony, joy, calm, and we need that most when one of our loved ones dies, passes away, transitions. How can you help us when we are facing that in our lives?
There are times in your lifetime that have tipped your world upside down. Whether it be through grief of one sort or another. It is in those times there that you will be required to sit and discover yourself. We can help with bringing through tools in this calm space through our energy. However, we must also ask of you to help yourself by uncovering what your fears are, what your limiting beliefs and your teachings and learnings from this world and the different generations in this world, on this planet, in this human race, have taught you. So the more you feel those emotions and become more understanding of how those emotions got to that place and why you are feeling the grief, the pain, the sorrow that you feel when somebody passes to the other side, that goes back home, as per se. It is about a learning and a discovery, actually, that there is no time and space. That we are always evolving and we are all floating around in this energy. That we are all atoms and beings and particles that have just come together in a form that creates the body that you are in, that Lesley is in, that I am in Lesley's body, that Adam is in. So we are all energy. So when people, the human race, become understanding of that like as with your ancestors, you embrace the fact that they are here with you now, communicating with you, and that they are only in time and space. A blip, a blip, a blip. It's just shadow-like, just dimensional. We're 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all in one. But, would go a shiver. It's just the enormity of it. You will feel the shift. When we understand that side of it and we become comfortable with fear and death, that fear of death, which is ultimately what it is you will not need to grieve in the way that you do. Yes, you will miss your loved one or loved ones. Yes, they are not here in the physical. But yes, they are here in the particle, in the atom, in the energy. Just embrace that and take it for what it is. Do not push them away. Let them in. Because they are here to help in whatever way that they can. But that is the best way for you to become comfortable in that process of grief and death, of life and death, and the grief that comes with it. Is turn it around. Turn it into a celebration of life, after life, because that's what it is. And you are all going to be there at some point. And how do you know that? Because you communicate with them already. So that's all I can say about that one.
The advice is that we need to know and understand our authentic selves. How can you help us to understand our authentic selves?
We can encourage you by, once again, going into that emotional connection of what we have with different limiting beliefs and situations that have come about in your lifetime. So when we figure that out, we find that pain or that disharmony in the body, and we trace it back to where it was that it came from, whether it be in this lifetime, in your lifetime, or in another lifetime or lifetimes. Quite often they can go back to, many lifetimes to this lifetime that brings you here to this point today. So there is no wonder that you are here today asking that question, because you have been here before asking a similar question, but not in the same body, of course, but with the same curiosity. So we have some new guests coming through some energies when you will hear the dogs barking. So please take no notice. Just know that there is new energy coming through. So, and they are here, and they are brothers and sisters of mine and yours out there who have come to join the parade, you could say, that Lesley would say, to join us and sit with us, to help with the energy, expand the energy that is being created from here today, and to create the understanding that, you know, we are all connected in some way, and we have all suffered grief in some way. So it's kind of like, that's, you know, the way we can help you is by guiding you to tools that, and encouraging you to utilize tools that we have been, you know, sharing with you for many eons. And one of those is through going into that space of quiet, you know, meditation, you call it today. Fancy word for being quiet. And going into there is the most powerful thing you can do to begin to understand yourself. And by eliminating, discovering and eliminating the emotional side of you, and letting that go. Not pushing it away or pushing it down, and causing you to be submissive, but to actually just allow it to filter, process and filter, and let it wane away. Because if we start to see, we'll bubble it back up again for you to deal with it. If you don't deal with it, we'll bubble it back up again, and you're going to create disharmony for yourself. So, and the best way we can help you can help us help you is to go to those places so we can connect with you and share the energy and the tools with you. Basically, at the end of the day, one must help themselves by doing that for themselves.
You've talked about telepathy as being a key tool of communication. How can you help us as humans to become more telepathic?
Once again, this is a self-discovery thing, and you must get into that space and that quiet to eliminate all false thoughts. Figure out the false thoughts and the negative thoughts, you would call it, the false thoughts basically, that lead you to not listening, not understanding what your true intuition is. So by eliminating all those false feelings, those false thoughts, those false limitations, those false beliefs, everything like that, you'll become to be more centered and focused in a higher vibration, so you will be able to resonate with us to hear those messages. So once again, we will bring you tools to help you discover that side of you even more than what you think you do not know now. So each and every one of you has the ability to connect telepathically and through all your senses. So the word telekinesis came up earlier, and I could not get that out. So, and that's so I got it out this time. So, in which, you know, you embracing all your senses. So that's how you will be able to connect with us through how we can teach you is by, you know, you helping yourself by going and learning about your skills, opening yourself up to experiencing and feeling, you know, the whatever emotion comes to you, so you can and ask a question, is that mine or is that not? Is that a false thought or a false feeling, or is it not? Meaning that could be somebody else's that's coming through, or is it just me telling myself a big story that like you know, like Lesley did. This does not happen to her, but actually it does. Yeah. So it's kind of like, this is happening to, you know, to us now, to you now, even for me to be able to be here to speak in the way that I have been able to speak is happening right now. Peace, love, harmony, and joy.
Okay, is there any other message that you would like to deliver?
No, not today.
Cool.
There are others that would like to come through, but they will come through soon.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So I'm just coming back to myself now.
Yep.
There are other energies here, but that are quite close to me. So and they will speak later. But it's time for me to now go, and also IshnaKamal. So if you would like to make contact with IshnaKamal through a reading or a healing energy, or through any of my the Pleaidians who are with me, who join me, or other energies in a healing way, you can call me on 0064 554 867, or you can email me on in the grace of spirit at gmail.com, or you can connect with me on my Facebook page, which is either in the grace of spirit, or you could call me, could type in Lesley Ormsby Psychic Medium. Okay, and anyway, thank you for watching, and thank you for listening.